Howdy, howdy, howdy. Can I record at the same time I stream? Yes, I can. Learning something new about Streamlabs. And I've also got to... Oh, might get some... There we go. Prevented the double audio. Howdy, howdy, howdy. There we go. Howdy, howdy. Alrighty. So I'm going to do story mode chapter 1 over again if I can. Just because I want that on my new channel, which I have advertised at the bottom right. Shamelessly advertised. So, earlier this year, and it was like way earlier this year, I tried to become an indie news channel on YouTube. American Geordies right there. And I fell off a bit, and then after the Luigi Mangione situation, I wanted to get back into it, and I'm going to actually take it more seriously this time. So I'm streaming to talk about things I didn't quite cover in my video on Luigi Mangione. This will be available on my normal Neutral Flesh YouTube channel as a VOD, but I'm actually going to do something unheard of for me and take the time to edit down something more like a podcast for the American Geordies channel, just so that there's more on there than just news and such, but while not being completely off theme. So this is gonna be my first game in chat.
Well done, human.
How do you think a human will die? Analysis bar.
So I've got a list of topics here on my desk to cover. A few days after the CEO murder, I don't know how I didn't catch this while doing my research, but Blue Cross Blue Shield rolled back an anesthesia policy that they were about to implement that would have involved how long they would have covered someone being under anesthetic during like surgery and whatnot. Personally, my opinion, not something the healthcare providers should have a choice in. If someone needs to be knocked out for a procedure, the doctor should get to choose how long they're knocked out for.
You think you are top human? Many humans have beaten this level.
Also, something I probably should have covered is some advice I've been seeing floating around the internet on what to do when a claim is denied. For reasons I'll get into later, threatening your provider is not one of them. What you want to do is ask for the name of the doctor that denied your claim and their specialization, because by law your claim has to be reviewed by a doctor that specializes in the field that the claim applies to. More often than not, and this is no secret in the industry, it is not handled by a doctor with that specialization. UHC, United Healthcare, was actually being accused of using AI to deny claims, which I did cover in the video, which they will not confirm or deny. But anyways, you do have a legal right to ask for some things, such as the name of the doctor who denied your claim, proof of their medical license, their specialization, and though not I don't think you can ask for this in most states, but you can ask for the rate of denial for similar claims.
Victory.
And simply asking for this information can get your claim denial overturned, because by providing that information, they were more than likely going to admit to illegally denying your claim. So in order to prevent having a lawsuit on their hands, they'll just accept your claim. That's not foolproof, though, because there is a chance that they did do the proper channels and shelled out money to pay for a doctor to review your claim. However, it is worth a shot. And apparently, shooting your healthcare provider also works somewhat effectively.
Victory.
I mean, if he goes to prison, he'll get free healthcare for life. Which, speaking of which, his attorney is doing some crazy moves. People have been offering to pay for his legal bills, by the way. And his attorney has been turning them down, I believe. But when asked on this subject, he says that these people offering to pay these claims, or paying his bills, are exercising the same right to free speech that a lot of the upper class use when they pay off politicians for policies they need passed. It is a method of free speech in this country to bribe. Take the financial burden off of someone. Though for moral reasons, I do believe that he is turning down the offers to pay his legal fees.
Nice. Everyone died.
He's also saying that he has not been yet presented with any substantial evidence that it was Luigi that committed the shooting. And I think most people that have been floating around the internet can almost agree. At best, the two look very similar. And there's a lot of coincidence and happenstance, but not necessarily anything legally binding.
Fellow robots, we have captured the few humans
Which is
bold enough
pretty
to
cool.
venture into our space, but it is not enough. Billions of their minds remain, waiting to be
Because-
harvested. Soon
God,
our
I'm focusing
fleet
on two
will
things at
arrive
once.
at the closest human outpost.
But if he,
While we wait, let
he's
us
pleading
work
not
on
guilty,
these combat
and if he
robot in
doesn't
action.
get found guilty, they won't be able to retrial until new evidence is found, because that'd be double jeopardy. It's the same law that protects O.J. Simpson. So, good things all around, frankly, for him. Obviously, loss of life is not a good thing, ever, but there's so much argument to be made about how much life has been taken by how poorly our healthcare system is in America. In the case of Luigi, from what I've heard on the internet, and I don't have any research to back it up, but both his grandparents not both, he would have 4 grandparents, but 2 of his grandparents can owe their death to the healthcare system, apparently, is what I've heard.
The human defeated the single sword robot.
Not to mention his own back injury, which also, from some hearsay from people that knew him, prevented him a lot of certain joys in life. Howdy, howdy. Thanks for the follow. For some reason, that notification didn't pop up on my end, so I can't see who did that. Sorry, but thank you. Sorry, I had to lock in for a second. Also talking about what's going to go on with his court date. They're having trouble finding a jury that doesn't completely sympathize with him. It's looking like even if he's found guilty, it might end in jury nullification. So juries have this power to find someone guilty and still acquit the entire case. Damn. So there is a very real possibility that that happens, which would be kind of nuts to see what happens from that, because a few times in American history, they've tried to change the rules on jury nullification or get rid of it completely. And I think if jury nullification is how this ruling turns out, we'll quickly see some very pathetic legislation. Pathetic in terms of shallow and petty, to disallow jury nullification. Because, frankly, it's working class versus politicians right now. Ben Shapiro got torn to shreds, which is crazy. He made a video talking about how the left is cheering for the murder of a CEO, and he got torn apart by his conservative fans, saying that the healthcare system is not a polarized issue. It is poor versus rich. In saying that, like, it's not left or right that believes it's wrong. It's Ben thinks it's wrong because he has money, and his followers thinks it's right because they don't. Again, violence should not be necessarily condoned, but I can't say I don't sympathize. I personally would never want to solve a problem like that with the taking of someone's life unless it was in self-defense.
Commentatron, if you were a human, what advice would a human give?
They would say, drink lots of water.
What is it with humans and water?
Gotta say though, anyone that can work up the bravery to do something like that, and just seeing the results that have come forth from that so far, is pretty damn neat. Damn. Sorry, I was looking down at my notes.
Cedric, Anderson.
There is something to be said, though, that about all the different angles a working class movement has to come from, and violence does have its place there, unfortunately. You got your peaceful protests, you have all kinds of non-profits and
It will probably die in round 2.
Here comes 3 sword robots.
projects
And some other robots.
going around.
Don't ruin the surprise.
Excuse me. To do things in a non-violent way. There are politicians, namely Bernie Sanders, that are willing to get into office and defend our rights as working class people. But when those facets fail, and they have failed for a long time, small amount of violence to get things kick-started again might be in order. From here, I would hope to see not the working class becoming violent as much as they are reinvigorated for a working class movement. And I need to look into the protests going on in New York right now for the Teamsters Union and Amazon. I've been seeing posts, and that's been fascinating me. The police over there have been very upfront about defending Amazon, even though, to my understanding, the things are fairly non-violent. Maybe. I think it was the other day, or maybe earlier today, one of their delivery workers got out of his van to join the protest, and on the spot the police arrested him and stole his van. Woo! Oh, that's gonna kill me. You know, I'm alive! Let's go! Not for long, though, because fuck. Okay, that's that threat dealt with. Damn.
Defeat. Another one bites the dust.
Oh.
The combat bots do not.
Oh. Yes. So, a bank CEO has gone on record having this big realization that when you want to kill someone, you really can just kill them. And it is a scary fact for CEOs to start realizing. I don't remember who provided it, but there was recently, in response to the shooting of Brian Thompson,
What is better than flame powers? Analysis
a mass therapy session held for 170-something CEOs to help them deal with issues revolving around the realization of their own mortality in light of recent events, which is kind of funny in a way.
Yes.
Because that was offered to them for free, even though they have so much money. And people like me who have chose to starve in order to pay rent do not get free mental health care.
Victory.
But yeah, it's whatever. I'm doing fine, and a lot of us are doing a lot better than the CEOs apparently are finally wrapping their heads around their own mortality. I'm so interested to see. So the Luigi Mangione case is either going to go one way or the other. But regardless, I am going to tell you right now that there is definitely going to be some legislation that changes the ways we protest about things, rather than, you know, change the systems that fail us for the better. Ugh.
Myron Espinoza.
The fun never ends.
For us robots.
Yes, the fun ends quickly for the humans.
Oh, hell yeah.
Victory.
So even though they're wearing armor, there's that thing.
Robots.
They are both robots.
Myron has it for real? Who is Myron?
Now it will have better robot experiences.
Here comes 3D sword robots.
And some other robots.
Welcome to the chat, Lethal914. How are you today? Damn. As soon as I stop talking, I lose my zone. That was fucking weird.
How is this human different from the
Oh
last?
yeah, absolutely.
This human is still alive.
There's going to be a big shift in what our rights as working class people look like.
Victory.
Hopefully for the better.
Its consciousness
Like I
is
said,
not unique.
I don't want to
We will
condone
make
violence,
another one.
but
Bring out the flame.
there might be some necessary violence if they shut down the non-violent avenues. So hopefully they're smart enough to like open the non-violent avenues to change a little wider. But there's a very real possibility in like their career politician mindset to close off our rights in self-defense. Which makes sense if you're from that world where you just change things to benefit yourself rather than a group of people. And career politicians is one of the worst things that's ever happened to politics in general. Did you know, like, I think it was not even 100 years ago, or maybe a little bit longer, being a politician was a lower paying job. Like, a good chunk of politicians had to sacrifice their normal paychecks to be a civil servant. And now it's one of the highest paying jobs that gives you a place among, like, quote unquote nobility in a country that's supposed to have no nobles.
Victory.
The human one.
Very promising.
Perhaps this one will take longer to die.
Which is insane.
Analysis bot. What do you think of arrows?
They are a great choice for killing humans.
I agree. Let's see if they hit this one.
Hell yeah. Give me 1 second. I gotta take care of these guys real quick to make this. Oh, oh, oh. Alright, just these two guys. Nope, nope, whoa, whoa. There we go. Ah! I was so close. Let's see, what else I got here on my notes? The snitch is not getting his reward.
Michael Bautista.
So the
Analysis bot. What are the advantages?
the fine print on the reward
For us or the humans.
For us.
says he's only going to get it
Much less messy.
if he's convicted. A report that leads to a
It
conviction.
did not work out.
And considering that they'd have no real evidence upon him, that's
Both robots.
that McDonald's worker that reported him only gets to
Now it will have
60,000
better robot experiences.
if and only if Luigi Mangione is one, the actual shooter, and two, convicted of the crime. And considering the working class sympathy for him, and the fact that it's likely going to end in jury nullification, that guy's likely not going to even get his money. So he was a class traitor for nothing.
It will fight a bit, then die. Again.
And even then, if he did get the reward, it would still be taxed. So
You think you are top human? Many
it's
humans
worth
have
whatever
been
that's
original.
worth.
They died shortly after. What is better than flame raptors?
And speaking of class traitors,
Flame raptors wearing
a lot of
armor.
people are mad that Luigi Mangione himself comes from a rich background. I believe he has a sibling or a cousin that is deep in politics, local politics, or wider. He comes from money. I'll just... because I can't remember everything off the top of my head. He comes from money. That makes him a class traitor in his own right. And half the reason he can fight this legal battle is because he comes from money and he can afford lawyer. He has lawyer money. So people getting mad that he comes from money is kind of funny, because class traitors on our side are what we need. We need people with lawyer money to do things that we need lawyers for. Otherwise, if it was a normal person like me who had done it, which I would never do, because one, I don't want to take a life, and two, I really don't think that is the smartest option, and three, I just don't think I could get away with murder. However, if I was like even slightly accused of murder, I would have to defend myself. And if a cop, who, knowing that I don't have access to a lawyer, tried to skirt around the law and get me to say something that could be misinterpreted as guilt, even if I was not the actual guilty party, that would be it. That would be Fat Lady Sings, jail on my head, whether or not you're the actual person that did it. Because without a lawyer's help, anything you say can and will be used against you. So it's almost exactly because he comes from money and has a lawyer that we might actually see some good things coming out of this. And if he fails, there is one big bad thing that might happen. So they're trying to get him on terrorism, right? And, you know, it sounds like it could be terrorism, but in the bylaws of what defines terrorism, it would have to admit that UHC, so terrorism is like an attack against the country, or like or an organization of the government, or like some property of the government. So if shooting the CEO of United Healthcare gets Luigi charged with terrorism, that would mean that either they're saying Brian Thompson was property of the government, or United Healthcare is technically a government agency, which would be crazy to consider a for-profit corporation that evolved outside of the government being considered a government agency, and what kind of precedents those would set. Because imagine, like, for example, if people tried to break into the CIA headquarters and demand them change their ways, would not be pretty. And now consider, like, what kind of precedent it would set if a for-profit corporation could be considered a government agency under the right light, and how there is a current protest going on outside of
A sobering thought.
an Amazon warehouse in New York. One thing leads to another. Some crazy shit could happen. So I think it's in everyone's best interest, because of that like one fine print in the charges,
Here we go again.
Yes,
that he walks off.
All day.
unlike humans.
Yes, I hear they have
It'll be a scary time,
for the day.
one way or another.
Than the restart sequence of the Simulitron 5.
Lola. Defeat.
Palmer.
Because assuming he is the shooter, it would still be letting someone off with murder.
Next contestant used to be a human.
Now it is a robot.
That's right. and now
It's just one thing is like,
through an unbiased experiment, we have implanted his mind in a combat robot.
I would be happy if you got sent free,
Yes, let's watch it battle to
but I think universally the best case scenario
It will probably die in round 2.
for
bring out the flame.
the law is if like the terrorism charge gets dropped, he goes to jail for murder. He's hailed as a martyr for months to come. If he goes free, I'll still be happy. I want the terrorism charge dropped, at the very least. It's, if anything, just a murder.
Police. Whitney.
Let's see.
Another human enters its robot.
Yeah, that kind of ends all my
Knowledge of this
notes.
body. Its mind is deleted.
A Florida woman was charged, is looking at potentially 15 years. Not that she's going to get 15 years, but potentially 15 years in prison. Because Blue Cross Blue Shield denied one of her claims, and she said over the phone, the deny, defend, depose mantra that was found on
Modest achievement.
the shooter's gun casings.
What is better than fleeing raptors? Analysis bot.
Because she was rightfully angry that her claim got denied. Again, threatening murder is not the smartest thing to do when your life is in someone's hands. And she might be going to prison, but you know, good for her because healthcare is free in prison. That's not good though. I don't. 15 years for phone call is an overreach of
The fun never ends.
For us
the
robots.
powers that be,
The fun ends quickly for the human.
making it blatantly obvious that the cops serve corpos more than they serve us. That would be just nuts.
The low test robot falls.
Oh, speaking of
This
prisons,
is not unique.
interesting fact I learned from a TikTok earlier this week that I'm not sure is true. So there are some like I don't want to say prisons, jails, holding when you're in holding for court, that's one of the ways that you can get recruited into the Mexican cartel. And they'll look at your papers and see what crime you committed. And there are some crimes on their no-no list. Among them, even like being accused of any kind of like sexual harassment or sexual assault gets you disqualified from being in the cartel. Which you can imagine, we have politicians that fail that criteria. So there are politicians that wouldn't even be allowed to work with the cartel. Which is, you no wonder why they can't really rein them in. Hell yeah.
Victory.
Look, the human robots defeated all the robots.
Well done, human.
others stand in a circle and shoot arrows at the human.
Time for this human to die.
There's been high school walkouts all over the country. I really wonder how those are going. I know when I was in high school, the way walkouts worked is that they were semi-planned or expected by the school, and they would actually let us out. But I can't imagine that these are condoned by the school. I really can't. They're not mourning anyone. And it's... As a public school, you can't just side with a guy that committed murder. Although I would have loved to have been a part of one. That sounds cool as hell. Damn.
Leslie, shields.
The knowledge of jury nullification, by the way, is what usually keeps lawyers out of jury duty. Because if they put the lawyers on the bench for jury, there's a really real risk that it ruins the sanctity of jury for however long they're on it. Because lawyers are pretty ready to abuse jury nullification given the opportunity to. And rule number 1 of jury nullification is don't mention it, because I think that changes how it applies. If you mention jury nullification at any point, I think they can change the kind of I don't want to say courtroom it is. They might take the jury away, I believe. I don't know. I'm not a legal expert. I'm going to have to watch some videos and brush up, given I find free time to do stuff like that. I don't need these anymore. My notes. I'm all caught up on my notes. What are your thoughts, Lethal? You got anything for me? If you're still here. Oh, hell yeah. First strike hit.
Round 1 goes to the human.
It will probably die in round 2.
Bring out the flame raptors.
On level 2.
Insanity.
I would like to see, if it's in the cards, the deprivatization of healthcare come from this. I think that's a very high stretch, unlikely result. But it would be kind of nuts to see for-profit healthcare die. You know, just... It becomes a government-regulated thing, and everyone gets healthcare provided by the government. Whether it's fast or slow, it'd at least be free or cheaper, because no one has to make money off of it anymore. Cures would actually be cures, and all that conspiracy theory nonsense. Just like how the only thing stopping us from switching to green energy like solar and nuclear is that it would overproduce so much that for-profit energy companies would operate at a loss. But if energy was deprivatized, the switch would be a no-brainer, because it doesn't have to be profitable anymore if it's private, if it's a government-operated utility. But instead, we have for-profit energy and for-profit healthcare protected by the government. Oh yeah. Are you the only one left? Let's go.
Victory.
It seems archers don't hold their ministry to this human.
This is a pretty basic model.
Good point. Coming up, archers and sword robots collaborate.
A beautiful combination.
Yes.
Carl
classic.
Pratt. I'm a few letters away from being good old Chrissy boy. Alright, well, since I've reached the end of my natural conversation, or my planned conversation, I should say, quite the opposite of natural, I need to lock in and beat this chapter. The first time I beat this chapter, I was streaming just this for like
More facts.
4 days
They
straight,
cannot experience
like
the
2
emotion
years
you'll
ago.
Wow. Incapable
Um,
of chill snip.
feel completely.
But now as a casual player, I can get halfway. I remember like the first time I made it to like level 3 or 4 of chapter 1. I was like, cheer. That was a crazy achievement, and now it's just kind of
As
what I do.
expected, the human defeated the single sword
Chapter
robot.
2, I still haven't beat. Chapter 2 is kind of
What
a
is
bitch.
better than flame raptors? Analysis bot.
I can only comfortably play on the hardest difficulty, because easier difficulties don't feel right, you know? You ever get that in a game where it's like, I'm usually like a normal difficulty kind of player, so I like to enjoy my experience, but there's just something about the hard mode in this game that's like, if I don't beat it on the hard mode, I'm not actually playing the game. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I feel like that's like a Souls-like player kind of attitude, but I don't really play Souls-like or enjoy games with like that steep difficulty curve. But I really enjoy this game. Oh, I hit the chink in the armor twice. That's awesome. I love the control this game gives me to like move the sword around. Because if you aim just right, you can hit the gap in the armor.
Well done, human.
It just feels so good when it happens.
Coming up, archers stand in a circle and shoot arrows at the humans.
Time for this human to die.
Indeed.
Oh, I missed one. That's fine. Hell yeah. I got that strike. And bob down. I missed. I miss again. Get low. Get low. Get low. Oof. Yeah, I should might need to start getting block arrows there.
Analysis bot. Do you think this human will be better?
The body is the same. The mind is new. If this mind knows how to fight, it might succeed.
We shall see.
Yeah, lost a leg. There goes the other one.
The human robot defeated the other robot,
They are both robots.
but will carry the light of human experiences.
Now it will have better robot experiences.
Here
How's my mic, by the way?
robots.
I changed the position, changed some settings. I don't know if it sounds good. I listened to a little bit, like having it just play back into my ear straight. But that's not like the greatest metric. I'm not gonna like fully get a grasp on how my mic sounds until I'm editing this video. I've gotta like sit through it. Damn. Oh, damn. Oh, that could have been so bad. Tail whip. Tail whip. Tail whip. Tail whip. Oh, he doesn't have his tail anymore. There we go. Jesus, man. Damn! Oh, I'm gonna actually save these notes. Because if I manage to beat Chapter 1, I'm gonna switch games and probably start back over on my notes again.
It is another human.
Oh. I wish I knew what kind of
The human defeated the single sword robot.
if there are any non-profit organizations trying to like change things
Wearing armor.
without violence, because I would plug them way more than I would plug shooting a CEO. Of course, though, if I had heard about them, that would have meant that they were working. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Bernie Sanders, maybe. I'm not sure what his opinion on the Luigi Mangione situation is, but of the politicians I've seen, he's the guy doing working class things. Oh man. Yeah, that's just bad luck.
Another contestant enters.
I preferred the last one.
Yes, me too.
Whee! Damn, that's fine.
Lorraine, McDaniel.
Let's go, McDaniel. You got this, my guy.
More humans.
Yes, humans are a renewable resource.
Unless we harvest them all.
Good point.
Speaking of healthcare, I'm quite overdue to get some things looked at. I've had knee problems for like 3 years now.
You think you are top human? Many humans have.
I have like mostly a sit-down job now. I'm a truck driver now, and they still hurt.
On level 2.
I figured it would go away when I stopped working at Amazon and stopped being on my legs so much, but no, my knees still hurt. Got about 30 more days until I can join the union's healthcare that I'm on. So, you know, that's the working class life of it. Oof. Oof. Gotta figure out who my union's healthcare is through. And hope they're not UHC, because... I do know something that did change this month with Blue Cross Blue Shield. They stopped doing out-of-state coverage, or at least in my girlfriend's case they did, because she's not covered anymore. Or, I shouldn't say that, but... if her address were legally here, she wouldn't be covered, because she's still on her parents. And, you know, that is very shitty. We can make do, it's not that bad, but... oof, there goes an arm. That's kind of big. Oh yeah. Oh damn. Whoa. Jeez, man. Oh, there I go.
Carry, Garrison!
Unbeknownst to the human, we are using their fighting power
So who is
to make better
Myron?
robots.
I'm have to look up that name. Who's Myron?
Irrelevant. The human will die soon.
Oh. Developers Live. I don't know. I'm not getting anything from this. But sorry, a little bit of have some tabs opened up so I could research before stream. I didn't quite completely read some of these. Would limit reimbursements for anesthesia during surgery. Medical Disney probably would have reimbursed doctors based on time limits set by the insurer. That is scummy. Initially the policy update, but changed Wednesday. Ah, it was in response to the killing. That is pretty neat. There was another thing that happened in response to it, and I did mention it in my other video. I'm gonna shamelessly plug that here, right here. Go watch it. Hell yeah. What was the other thing that happened directly in response to it? I don't know. I'll remember. Watch the video. It's in the video at the very end of it. Oh yeah.
Round one goes to the
Oh, I'm at an hour.
It will probably die in round 2.
Honestly, I expected my notes to carry me to an hour. And then when I finished my notes and it was only like 30 minutes, I was a little concerned.
sword robots.
And some other robots.
Alright, this is the one. I'm locking in. Locking it in. Not going to mess this run up. I'm going to get to all 10 levels. Oof, oof. Ah! Oh, yep. This is the one. This is the run. I'm going to lock it in, get through all 10 levels. I need to go get a beer. I would perform better on a beer, I think.
It is impervious to harm,
Except from laser swords.
which is why we gave your opponent a laser sword.
Jeez.
Victory!
There he goes.
Robot defeated the other robots,
They are both robots.
but one carried a lifetime of human experiences.
Now it will have better robot experiences.
Bring out the flame
Yeah,
raptors.
just jab that in my
On level
brain.
2,
Instantly.
You know that meme? It's from like over a year ago. Yeah, it might even be older. Of like that one scene from John Wick reanimated with Luigi going on a mass murder spree at a theater. That's kind of what this game makes me feel like.
The human won.
very promising.
Perhaps this one will take longer to die.
Oh my god. Back in the day when I actually cared about my Twitch,
With enough arrows, one is likely to
like
hit.
2 years ago, and I actually grinded my Twitch out really hard. And I was doing streamer mode on this game, and you know the viewers can hop in and spawn things. I was like facing hordes and hordes of like the worst enemies ever, and I can thank that to my skill level in this game being what it is. Being abused by my viewers back when I got like 10 viewers a stream. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a whole lot more than
The
one.
human avoided the arrows.
More will come.
10 times as much.
Coming
That's
from
a
archers and
1000%
robots
increase.
collaborate.
Of
If we're
new
talking
adult
stats.
combination.
Yes, a classic.
Alright. Lock it in, lock it in. Haven't gotten to 3 or 4. This is 4. Haven't gotten to 4 in a while. I'm gonna use the Flame Raptor, I think. I know. I used to do this back when I had no skill by infinitely kiting them around the saw blades. And eventually they were just dumb enough to die. Especially when like you run slants around it. Oh yeah, I've got it. No! Ah! Fuck. Don't have the skill level, quite the skill level I thought I had anymore. One leg, but that's fine.
This human is pretty good.
I wonder
So,
if the next one
I
will
was
get
going
far.
to get another level of energy. But I am going to get a clone. And, you know, if this guy dies, he dies. I'll have a fully repaired clone. If he doesn't, then we carry on as usual. That's how I usually do vital repairs in this game. There is a repair option, but it just kills you and gets a clone anyway, so it's kind of a joke, kind of a bit, not really worth it.
Perfect.
Alright. Kickbots? I don't have block arrows. That was so dumb of me.
Clone activated.
Come on, move. Alright. That's every lethal projectile down. You can die from the mines, but it is very hard to do. I mean, it can happen. Those red dots that come off of it are lethal. However... as long as I'm careful, I should be fine.
Victory.
Just like that.
Spidertron 5000 was defeated.
Yes.
And we're past the halfway point.
Oh my, this level looks difficult.
Very.
Good thing we have more humans.
I believe... oh yeah, this is just a kite heavy level. Because nothing's ranged. If you know what you're doing, you kind of just run in a circle. And then deal... oh, jetpack bot. Yeah, that's why this is a kite heavy level. Just kind of run slants across the saw blades. Yeah. That gets a good chunk of them down. I'm trying to get this free upgrade point as safe as possible, because the next thing I get is Fire Breath, where if I didn't injure my leg, I would have had already. And that's good for, you know, a situation like this. Because I could take out like a good chunk of the group at once and then run around in circles. I need to play it safe to make up for an upgrade point I should never have lost, frankly. The jetpack bot has only one leg, and that's an advantage. That means I can actually move faster than him reliably. Alright. One more lap, and I'll get on the offensive. Don't want this to be boring. Oh, I didn't lose my leg. I thought I did there. Sweet. There goes the jetpack bot. Now this is an uncomfortable amount of purple robots, but not an unbeatable amount. Especially being partially injured. Purple robots, I believe, are mid difficulty.
That was a slaughter.
So whatever.
This human is not terrible at fighting robots.
Spider-Tron 5000 is back.
This time it brought friends.
Robots do not have friends.
Spider-Tron 5000 is the exception.
What are we looking at? Is that it? Oh, that's an annoying robot on his shoulders, but yeah. Oh, oh, whoa. I was totally a death there. Somehow narrowly avoided. I don't have block projectiles. I'm gonna die here. I'm not gonna die here. Alright, without the jetpack bot, well, I can actually save some of my stamina. Energy. And do this. Oh my god.
Defeat.
That was it?
I had hoped for more.
I'm gonna go get a drink. Potion of lock-in. Course banquet. Nice. That feels great on my empty stomach. Let's go. This is the one. I'm calling it.
Veteran, if you were a human, what advice would a human give?
They would say, drink lots of water.
What is it with humans and water?
Ooh. I hate when it starts like this.
Victory.
The low test robot falls.
Somehow
This
one
consciousness is
is
not unique.
sometimes
We
harder
will make
than
another
a
one.
horde of them.
Here
And
comes
by the
the
end, there
next
usually is a
robots.
horde of them,
And
especially in
some other
endless
robots.
mode.
Don't ruin the surprise.
Not doing endless mode today. Endless mode's my favorite though. But I can't, with the amount of hours I put in this game, I have no excuse for not having beaten the story. So frankly, I just really want to beat the story. Preferably on a channel I care about. That was cool. Get up, get up, get up. Oh, I should have... Ah! 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 Hey, look at that. Pretty neat. I wasn't even by her tail. Let's go.
The human robots defeated all the robots.
Well done, human.
Analysis bot. What are they from arrows?
They are a great choice for killing humans.
I agree. Let's see if they hit this one.
Oh, let me give some stamina recharge now. Ah, I missed. Come on, gonna cook it up. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Just the one left, correct? Too easy.
I really enjoy seeing arrows split things apart.
A shame this did not happen to the human.
What is next? Analysis bot.
The archers and sword robots joined forces to kill the human.
How exciting.
Very.
Let's be a little crafty. Play it safe, because I actually want to win this round. That was pretty lucky. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's a bonus. Traitor. And God, don't fail me now. There we go.
Victory.
Nice. Everyone died.
Well done, human.
Analysis bot. How do you defeat Spider-Tron 5000?
It is impossible. Its long legs keeps the head out of reach.
What if you cut
We're
off
gonna
the
zoom.
You can try.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Take out the archers. So I'm going to save stamina, wait for the archers to move a little bit to more preferable locations. Get in a strike. And we're going to hit the... Ah! Nope. Shit. I hit the ground!
Lila,
The
Schneider.
ground took it!
Human fact.
more facts?
They cannot experience the emotion chill snip
Wow. Incapable of chill snip.
completely.
There we go.
Victory.
As expected, the human defeated the single sword robot.
A modest achievement. What is better than Flame Raptors? Analysis bot.
I'm thinking about skipping the jetpack, honestly. Hell yeah. Oh, there I go.
Raymundo Allen.
Big sip for Ramondo Allen.
How do you like your new robot body, human?
It is impervious to harm,
Except from laser swords.
which is why we gave your opponent a laser sword.
Oh. Quite an L for Ramondo Allen. Nice slash. The VR game for this came out the other day.
It will probably die in
It is
round two.
fun as shit. I played quite a bit of it.
Sword robots.
And some other robots.
Shh. Don't ruin the
I'm
surprise.
about halfway through the campaign of the VR game. I need to get back to it. But I wanted to do this first this weekend. I might do that tomorrow. I don't have a setup for streaming VR, so you guys will not get to see that. However, pretty cool. Whoa. yes, 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 yes. Hell yeah. Damn. Jeez. If only you guys didn't suck so hard.
Schneider, Zimmerman.
Chug for Zimmerman.
Analysis bot. Do you think this human
Hoo hoo
The
hoo.
body is the same. The mind is new. If
Empty
this
stomach.
mind knows how to fight, it might succeed.
we shall see?
There we go.
The human robot defeated the other robots,
They are both robots.
but it carried a lifetime of human experiences.
Now it will have better robot experiences.
Bring out the flame weapons.
On level 2,
Insanity.
Zimmerman, you let me down.
Another contestant enters.
I preferred the last one.
Yes, me too.
Alright, after this, I'm gonna do maybe a round of Endless. Excuse me. I shouldn't burp on camera. If I fail this, I'm gonna do a round of Endless.
Don't test robot foes.
And then I think I'm gonna switch to
Unique.
Fortnite
We
Rocket
will make
Racing.
another one.
What is better than flame?
I know, I prefer this game.
Flame Raptor
But I
bearing
gotta, like,
armor.
if I'm trying to grow a channel, I gotta play things that actually get viewers. I don't like... I like Fortnite Rocket Racing, actually. More than Fortnite Battle Royale. I actually got pretty deep into the first season of Rocket Racing. Platinum, I think, or whatever it was called. Whatever it was, Blast Platinum. I got there.
Joyce.
You know, I'm just gonna go to Rocket Racing, because a good run of Endless will legitimately be like 20 minutes. So you're gonna look at black screen for a while I load up Fortnite. Where is Epic Games? Excuse me. Seriously? Hell yeah, I got my password right first try. Don't know why it keeps logging me out. Please don't tell me I have to update Fortnite. That'll be crazy. It is updating. Why? Update fast! Uncrumple my notes so I can restart the conversations through Rocket Racing. Oh, yeah, I didn't talk about this. A North Carolina insurer, Atrium Health, is forgiving debts. I think they're forgiving 11,000 debts. Their official statement, though, is that it's not related to the shooting. It is still kind of cool of them to do. That's awesome. Oh, and another thing on my notes, which is kind of unrelated. Did you know Lord of the Flies was not supposed to be that... The moral of the story is not supposed to be that kids suck or kids are stupid. It was specifically supposed to be about how spoiled kids are stupid. Not stupid per se, but mean to each other. I'm gonna let you see this. I reinstalled Fortnite last week. How is there an 8 gigabyte update? That is just no wonder. AAA games suck. Terrible. I hate them. Why? Why do I have to watch this? Why does this matter? This gives me some time to look at these things, though. Yeah. North Carolina's Atrium Health says it will forgive debts of 11,500 people, less than a week after NBC News reported that a company has aggressively pursued former patients' medical debts, placing liens on their homes. Holy hell. Yeah, I don't care what they say. This is most definitely inspired by the shooting. They were taking people's homes to collect their medical bills. They better be forgiving debts. Holy hell. Also, probably not at all related, reads the post captions. Some users appear to believe Atrium Health's decision because medical debt was influenced by Brian Thompson's murder. So there is one thing to be said, though, that they have the power to just forgive the debts. That's kind of crazy. Like, I imagine, since the doctor got paid, all the medical expenses got paid, and then the debt got put on the consumer, or the person who had the operation. So they might be spending a while paying off the debt, but all the money has already been moved. So if the healthcare provider is still making a profit despite the debt, then yeah, forgiving the debt is kind of a no-brainer. What if countries start forgiving each other's debts? Like, did you know the world in total is in debt right now. We invented money and we are in debt as a world. Not even as a country, as a world. There's so much cumulative debt that we don't have enough money in existence for it all. How is that possible? How did we mess up that badly? %. My God. No. Don't give me 0 bytes per second. Keep moving. Yeah, here's a news article I found talking about how he has to be convicted before any reward is paid out. Is that that? I don't know, man. I don't know what to do that. It's God forbid the McDonald's employee's name gets put out there, because he will be torn apart for being an idiot. He didn't know any better. He's just like all of us. He wants money. Prior to this year, I was living off about $30K a year. $60K would have been 2 years of life to not worry about money. I wouldn't have been smart enough to put the pieces together in a second to make that kind of decision, and also I wouldn't want to screw over someone like Luigi. But damn, that's a lot of money for a poor person, especially a McDonald's employee. What are they making, like 14 an hour now on average? 12? I think it's 12. Average McDonald's wage. Can they make 15? Oh, this is Ohio. That's because I live in Ohio. U.S. You can make 6 figures? That's crazy. $14.06 per hour. So the average McDonald's pay is $14 an hour. So yeah. Yeah, that would have been 2 years of his life paid for. $60K. That's crazy. That's just nuts. Since I'm a little deeper into this, I'm going to make this a little bigger. Hello. Here's a shameless ad. But it's someone has to advertise it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right there. I don't have a... I'm gonna post a link in chat. Will it let me? Oh, damn. I have to do it here. I'm gonna add my chat to my stream manager over here. Everything's so laggy. I'm doing too much at once with this computer that is kind of abused. Low key. There we go. I wonder. Yeah, so I say semi-new because about 9 months ago I was pretty active with this. And then these are from 2 weeks. The CEO Slayer situation is kind of crazy. Yeah, you should go watch it. You should go watch it. You should go watch it. 18%. I'm gonna hold 10%. Woo! Oh, you know what I can do? You're not gonna like this. I'm gonna put you on an ad break. Can I? Refresh this page. pretty proud of this. Not gonna lie. Let me see if I can find this just with what my note says. Bank CEO saying you can just kill someone. All right, maybe let me see. Was an executive. Jesus. All of my... Howdy. See if this comes up. Because I think I'm looking at the right thing. Hey. Let me see. Edit stream to just chatting. Well, I'm doing too much at once. My Wi-Fi don't like it. My Wi-Fi really don't like it. Ooh, boy. Here, I've got a version of the quote on my phone while this tries to load. If that comes up. I got the ring light on. Yeah, it's gonna fucking be blurry. I'll just read it. One executive at a major bank told CNN that United Healthcare CEO killing made plain the risk facing senior leaders in corporate America. The big learning is that if you want to kill someone, you can kill them. It's really scary, but true, said the the executive, who spoke on the condition of anonymity. It seems crazy that we're just figuring this out. So basically, what he was saying is that the CEOs and the executives have gone so long not realizing that if they earn the ire of the people enough, they would just be murdered. But they never thought of that until now. And they're, in this guy's words, kind of crazy that they never figured it out. That, yeah, if you piss people off, they do things. Here we go. Yeah, I think this is it. Keith Wojcicki, Global Head of Intelligence at Kroll to CNN. Companies want to elevate their security posture. Healthcare is the target now, but who's next? Exactly. There is a fire that's been lit under the working class. Ooh, there's my legal name. That's not good. It's whatever. If I get gunned down the street, it's not a suicide. Suicide. Sorry. Not non-aliving. Just gonna say it. Outreach from companies is way up since the brazen shooting of Thompson, said Wojcicki, a former senior U.S. Secret Service. Holy cow. Security firm Global Guardian Reserve received 70 requests from concerned companies within the first 36 hours of the shooting. Holy cow. I'm gonna have to make note of that. What's the timestamp on that? 132. That is making it into the video. That is some stats right there. A huge spike. Huge wake up. The mood changed dramatically in a short period of time, said Crummage. There was to protect corporate executives, their families, and residencies from threats. Smaller companies are now considering personal security details. I get it. They need to protect themselves. The next shooting won't be so easy. There shouldn't be a next shooting. There should never be a next shooting. Here's the quote I was looking for. One executive in a major bank told CNN that the United Healthcare CEO killing made plain the risk facing senior leaders in America. The threats could come from anywhere and anyone. Luigi Mangione, the 26-year-old charged with killing Thompson, went to a prestigious private high school and received an Ivy League education. He's not Ted Kaczynski living in a cabin somewhere. He's a guy who went through a similar upbringing that many corporate executives did, said Kermich, referring to the infamous Unabomber. This is a new paradigm. And yeah, that is the thing, is that the U.S. healthcare system got so messed up that it was hurting rich people too, which was the problem. Now, there's another bit of information I want to find words for. It is the, shut up. The, CEOs getting free mental counseling. Huh, these are interesting. Not what I'm looking for. Let me see if I can find... Okay, it's not there. The only illegal murder powerful. God damn. I'm trying to find what I'm looking for, which is like I saw a post about how someone was giving a bunch of CEOs free mental health counseling as they were grappling with the reality of their own mortality. And I want to find some proof that that happened. Because it would be kind of crazy if true. You know? Hey, my buddy's live. If Fortnite doesn't install in time, I might send you over to King Grubs, my buddy from high school. It's gonna be a very different kind of conversation there, I bet. I've never tuned into a single one of. I'm a bad friend. Did I send it here? Damn it. Maybe I saw it on Twitter. Definitely wouldn't have saved it if I saw it on Twitter, though. CEOs getting counseling after shooting. That's old. Still missing? Yeah, the evidence is still missing. That's fairly obvious. Yeah, I'll do a quick search on Twitter on my phone. Get some hearsay knowledge that I might be able to turn into real knowledge. CEOs, mental health. I'm gonna go with the latest. Here we go. I've got some words to work with. Eric Adams therapy session. Nope, this ain't what I'm looking for. Maybe it is. CEOs. That's can I get... That's an old. This might be just hearsay news. I didn't know. Let me see if this will even show up.
I was at a conference a few days ago with the top CEOs, IBM, Deloitte. It was a room full of CEOs and governmental officials. And the shooting, the intentional shooting, and the response after really traumatized the entire industry. Not only the CEOs, but the employees. People forget that. And I wanted to send a strong message with the police commissioner that we're leading from the front. I'm not going to just allow him to come into our city. I want to look him in the eye and stated that you carried out this terrorist act in my city, the city that the people of New York love, and I wanted to be there to show the symbolism.
So it doesn't seem like a therapy session, but definitely was a meeting. And that is quite concerning that he so readily take the side of CEOs. That is, though, whether or not he condones it or not, he would, as a mayor of a city, have to take the side of not killing somebody. And there's no like gray area like I have where it's like, did the ends warrant the means? But no, he has no right to do any of that weighing. He has to be firmly against murder. However, there's a lot of murder in that city, and this is just the one that hit the news because it was very impactful. I do not consider this a terrorist act. The terrorism charge should be dropped, frankly. That wasn't. I didn't hear anything about that being a therapy session. No one else is saying that. Let me see what else I can get. There's a 39-minute YouTube video, should y'all feel like it. Jesus. Okay, I was gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna leave that. I wonder. Yeah, I'm gonna close this. I close everything but Epic. We can get back into something so that we can let that install properly. If and only if things cooperate with me. Come on. We're gonna exit Steam. Nothing weird pop up, please. Exit Discord. No, but I'm gonna have to run Steam to play a game. I'm like just can watch the install progress from the taskbar. And we get back into, where is it? Where is it? Just got a notification from the old Discord server that my channel runs on. That I went live an hour and a half late. Away. Yeah. Empty recycle bin. There's probably nothing useful in there. Oh yeah, that massively sped up updating. I'm gonna keep looking at this. Yeah, so Eric Adams. Therapy. And that should bring up something. I looked up Eric Adams therapy and I'm getting Twilight Discourse. This is hilarious. Alright, well, I don't think this is going anywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a wonderful rest of your night. Please do check out the channel. Right there. Right here. Hell yeah. I know you want to. I know you want to. I know you want to. Go check it out, please. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.